welcome and welcome back. As we know, cats are, or we may or may not know, but cats are the second most owned pets behind dogs. And like I said, there isn't a pet, a second pet that is, dangerous, that has a track record of attacks behind dogs. There isn't a number two. And, we're always, we're always focused on, these things, these dogs attacking humans. And they do. But one thing that I've been ignorant of, is, I think the second most victim, other than, people, are cats that these dogs attack. So, there is a problem here. How cats are being attacked and people are being attacked by these dogs, but yet these dogs still get a pass and are still protected. In the last week or so, there has been at least 3, probably more, but from what I know, 3 separate attacks on dogs, on cats. Sorry. We had the one in Georgia. Who, killed the cat and the owner ran away. The cat was in the garage and the dog went onto their property and snatched and killed the cat. We have the story of when the lady steps outside with her worthless mutt and her cat. That dog instantly just targeted them. The lady saved her worthless mutt, but unfortunately the cat was killed by this dog. And in Italy, I know it says 26, but in Italy, it just passed on Christmas Day. Another cat is mauled by 2 pit bulls. These dogs, man, they have only one purpose, and that is to attack and kill. And that goes against the circle of life. That goes against nature. There is nothing in nature that just devours and that's it. You can't find something that just devours. Everything in nature has a purpose, where it's either devouring but leaving something, or it is devoured for something else. It's that circle of life. Ants to butterflies to rabbits to deer to lions to all these critters and animals in nature, they have a purpose. For nature, there's a purpose. And their purpose is not just to be food for other animals, but they all serve a purpose in nature. None of them is going around devouring, simply just devouring other creatures like this. You don't see predators, for the most part. As soon as you walk out, they run and try to attack you and kill you. Most of these predators will stop and stalk and watch to see what you are and what you're doing. And sometimes they will attack, other times they will just walk away, they'll keep an eye on you. But these dogs, you're doing nothing. They've seen you before. They just target you and attack you instantly. They see a cat. Oh, well, let's go attack and kill it. So all that loving and training goes out the window. And that being said, this happened in Lynchburg. That's in Virginia? A child was attacked again. Just on Monday. This was on the 7th of this week. But she was attacked. Oh, the article was on Wednesday. But the girl was attacked on Monday. Parents told ABC that their daughter was one of the 3 girls outside near her friend's driveway. And the dog got loose and just attacked them. They're on the driveway just socializing, and they're targeted and attacked. Which causes these girls to be traumatized. They add that, she can't sleep at night, and all she can think of is that incident. I've seen these videos of attacks on Reddit. I can't do it. But I've seen it. I've seen these things chewing dogs. I've on Reddit, unfortunately, I've seen them, attacking human. It's oh God, it's a horrible sight to see. Horrible sight to see. So I can, kind of relate to what's going on in her head. These things just targeting you, and the way they launch their teeth into you and then shake. Easily can pick up a baby and do that. They have done that. The dog broke free from the neighbor's chain and just ran towards the girls. This thing wasn't... These girls were not bothering it. And they get attacked. These girls did not hook this dog to this neighbor. They didn't hook the dog up. They didn't lock the dog up. They had nothing to do with the dog. But yet they're attacked. And they're under, the dog is, it's being tested for rabies, which I think is, just another excuse to protect these things. Because these things can just snap out of nowhere for nothing. For nothing. Even wild animals who have rabies, they don't just go out just attacking people. But they're going to use these excuses just to protect these worthless mutts. This dog attack situation is a worldwide problem. In South Africa, they're stating that these dogs, probably dogs in general, have claimed over 100 lives each year. And a lot of these pit nutters will only look at the US stats, maybe Canada stats, and say, oh, it's only 30 deaths. Only 60 deaths is not that bad. But when you look at all around the world, these stats are probably way much higher. Only goes to show that these dogs in general, they're dangerous, they're vicious, and they do not belong in our society. They do not belong in America. They do not belong in Europe. They do not belong in Africa. They do not belong in Asia, because they're still attacking. Doesn't matter the culture. So it's not the people. It's not people. It's not the weather. They also state, the consequence of these attacks to the owner, but this does nothing. Nothing for the perp. The actual perp is the dogs. I mean, you can find these dog owners all you want, but these dogs are going to remain like dogs. They're going to do what dogs do. The owner can change and be more responsible, but that's not going to change that it's a dog and it's going to do dog things. They also state over 1,000 serious attacks yearly. 1,000 serious attacks yearly, and 60% of them are from pit bulls or mixes. But they're dogs. In North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina, mom and son and boy wounded in Durham NC dog attack, family rescued and surrendered the worthless mutt. It was the family dog. Attacked 3 people in the home. And this happened at before 3 a.m. in the morning, man. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. They, it's a little bit too late, even though, no one died, thankfully, but now they want to surrender it. And what they had to do, they had to lock themselves in the bedroom, in their own home, while the dog, the fur baby that they decided to place in their home. Have you guys ever seen the movie Sinners? Or other vampire movies? Particularly in Sinners, it's a good film. It has its problems, but it's a good film. It's the scenes where these vampires are asking permission to come into the club. They need permission to enter. And when they allowed the white girl, I forgot her name, I think it was Mary, but the white girl inside the club, and they thought it was just Mary. They thought she was normal. They didn't think that she was a vampire. They didn't think anyone was a vampire, but they thought she was normal. They thought she was still this sweet girl. And we all know who those who have seen it. I think it was Stack. Yeah, Stack and her, got into it because he thought this girl was sweet, was hot. But then it happens. She basically, figuratively word of speaking, she snapped. She snapped and attacked Stack. She snapped. So, in this story, it's sort of similar. They bring in this dog, and then now they're running for their lives. They're locking themselves in their own home. They're locking themselves in their own home from this thing. Man. It's embarrassing. They should just feel embarrassed, man. They should feel embarrassed. Embarrassed. In unknown location, A pit that would never hurt the other worthless mutt bit its jaw off. This happened just this month. This is from a dog lover or a pit lover, and this is what they say. They're the ones incriminating themselves on the internet. They're the ones putting their stories, filming their dogs, and they're the ones putting it on the internet. I'm not doing it. They're the ones doing it. I'm not telling them to do nothing, but they're always doing this. I have 3 dogs, 2 males and 1 female, all 2 years old. One of the males and the female are sibling pit bulls, and the other male is a golden doodle. The 2 males fight a lot, but it's mostly the pit bullying the golden doodle. He would never hurt the worthless mutt, but unfortunately the pit bull really injured the golden worthless mutt, today biting his jaw off. This behavior is really concerning to me because I never thought it was capable of such a crazy behavior. This is a pit bull, mind you. I have a 12-month-old baby. Ooh, boy. And I feel like I should get rid of the pit bull for the sake of my golden doodle and baby, just in case. And she mentions the golden doodle first, before she mentions her own baby. I guess my question is, should I bring him to the pound? He is super close to his sister, and I feel terrible about separating them. So basically, this dog nutter is willing to probably, I'm not sure if it happened or not, willing to keep this vicious dog who just ripped the jaw for other worthless mutt. She's willing to keep it just because of its sibling. Why not get rid of all these dogs? You're going to get rid of one, but then leave the other one? While you have a baby in the house. This doesn't make any sense. And one thing that really bothers me a little bit, she mentions the dog before her baby. For the sake of my dog. And you really have to ask this? Why are you asking the world this? Because you already know a lot of doctors are going to say. They're going to say, keep the dogs. Train these dogs. They don't want to see these dogs getting abandoned. They rather these dogs become a problem. They rather see these dogs attack babies than to have these people give up these dogs. In this story, I'm 15. My mother got a pit bull a few months back. Is there anything I should do? Any advice I can take? So she mentions that her mom bought a fully grown pit bull. They're not sure if it was from a backyard breeder, which I don't think it really would matter. Despite this child, 15-year-old, feeling uncomfortable around this dog, she still kept it. And despite, budgeting issues, money issues, she still kept the dog. This happened when she was in 6th grade. Now she's she is now in 6th grade. So basically, 3 to 2 years of this torment. The dog does the typical stuff, rough housing. And now basically she's the one having to, this child, the 15-year-old, is the one having to discipline it. Having to do all this dog stuff for it. While the mother basically, I'm guessing, just sits back, probably smoking a blunt. That's just that's just my wild guess. The dog, will fight, will fight the child. And where's the mother in all this? Probably sitting back, smoking a blunt. She mentions that she wants this child to do all the work and train the dog. So she's the one that brings this dog in the house and wants her children to slave for the dog, to do all the work for this worthless mutt, while she probably is just sitting back and smoking a blunt. And like a lot of dog nutters, especially when it comes to these dogs, they don't want to listen. They don't listen to those on the internet. They probably won't even listen to other dog experts. They don't listen to other dog, neighbors or people in the neighborhood. And they're not listening to their own children, who have been saying for the last maybe 2-3 years, hey, this dog is making me uncomfortable. But what does she do? She lets her child slave. One second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I had to take a quick call. Anyway, yeah. So this child is being pretty much slaved to take care of this worthless mutt. Well, I assume this mother just kicking back, smoking a blunt. Probably something worse, and probably just being lazy. She even tried to remind her of the danger. So this is a little girl, a little person. I'm not sure if it's a girl or boy, but this child is telling her her grown ass mom, the dangers of these dogs. Telling her that these dogs are making her uncomfortable. And what does she do? Instead of sitting down and listening to me, she calls me a selfish a-hole and gives me the silent treatment. Refuses to listen to any of my worries. And this is probably common in a lot of homes where, whether or not the pit bull attacks or hasn't attacked or has attacked, where they will ignore anyone's statements against these worthless mutts. They will protect these dogs and be very rude and disrespectful and ignorant to the facts that these dogs are dangerous. And I think this is a great example of the things that are happening in these homes, and these are the things that are not spoken out about. It's not spoken out about. It probably happens a lot. It's probably a lot of these on Reddit. There's probably a few of these on YouTube, but they don't see the light because, again, they want to protect these dogs. They can't have these media, dog industry, they can't have a speck of anything that will make these dogs look bad. That's why they're always having some sort of damage control, where they're always bringing these pro-dog people. And the government with these illusion of bans, when in reality they don't want to hear or deal with anything that has to do with any negativity of dogs. It's sad, man. It is very, very sad. Coworker's grandson had his ear ripped off by the family dog. They say apparently her grandson was sleeping with the dog, and the child rolled over or something like that, and then the dog snapped and then lashed onto his ear, and it took over 3 people to get the dog off. 3 people. 3 adults to get the dog off. 3 adults. 3 grown adults. And we've seen cases where the owner is getting attacked by their own dog and they can't even stop it. And we have this situation where they had to hide in the bedroom. They had to hide in the bedroom away from their dog. We had other situation just yesterday that I pointed out. The lady tried to separate the dogs from fighting, and she was mauled by her own dogs. She lived, but she lost a leg. And in this story, son's coworker was attacked by 2 pits over the weekend. Nice lady. She was walking her dog on a good in a good family area. She didn't provoke them or anything, but the dogs attacked. She barely made it out. Her little worthless mutt died. She was completely torn to shreds. Part of her scalp got ripped off too and had to be surgically reattached. She's luring up big time and hope she sues the bastard into bankruptcy. Same old story. Owner had reassured concerned neighbors that they were sweet, cuddly babies. And they say this all the time. Because again, you cannot see anything negative about dogs. Basically, teddy bears who loved everyone. Probably not kind of a story that will get news coverage because the media only pays attention when a fatality occurs, which, yes and no. They don't always do that. They're very picky of what they show. They may show stories for weeks, maybe a month. Other times just a little blurb, and they say the investigation's ongoing, and we never hear from it again. So it's very iffy. It's very picky. But this level of attack is happening every day. Every day, all around the world. It's way past time to ban this breed from hell. And it's not just about banning. It's about eliminating them. Because many countries have already done the banning thing. They added more rules, more laws. They've done it all around the world, and it's still happening. They're always blaming the owner and training and all this. And despite even Cesar Millan being the top dog nut trainer, his dog still attacked. Cesar Millan's dog still attacked. So training and laws and bans, they don't do nothing. And what really needs to be emphasized and what really needs to happen is to eliminate these worthless mutts off the face of the earth. All their DNA, all their whatever, eliminate all of it so they don't come back. Cat lives do matter as well. Pretty sure there are more cat attacks than what we know of. It's not something that I really have looked into, which I'm going to start paying attention more to. It's not just adults or the owners or children that are being attacked. It's also cats. And I have no beef with cats. A lot of these pets, they are, for the most part, are harmless. But just because you're most part you're harmless doesn't mean they're not gonna be harmful. They're not. That does not mean they're not going to be harmful. Cats can be harmful, but their track record says otherwise. You compare a cat's track record of attacks to a dog's record. That dog record is full of blood and gore and dead babies and children. And the cat's record is scratches. These things may go a little crazy. And that's about it. There may be a few deaths there. But you look at the deaths of dogs, it's higher up there. But there's no other second dangerous pet out there. There isn't. Dogs are top of the or top. They've been ruling since the very beginning. It's not even a contest. And I don't think these dogs were ever supposed to be considered as pets. A lot of places and countries saw them as disgusting, like vermin. New York used to drown these dogs in the river. All these dogs were captured and killed off instantly, immediately. Then all of a sudden, somewhere down the road, they started owning these things and calling them pets. And look at us now. Look where we are now. Anyways, I'm Tim Watson, and please remember, it's okay to hate dogs.
It's Okay to Hate Dogs Productions. See you later. Doggy Hater.